Bonjour et bienvenue sur DarkOtaku Gaming pour la suite de Edna et Harvey, Harvey's New Highs. On va reprendre le jeu. Essayons de reparler aux filles. Ah, les brutes de l'école.
She doesn't look any happier than before. By the spring of Gugu Oshima, Riot Girl rules! Shing! Shing! Still no effect. I bet it's the fault of those school bullies. We hate them. Exactly. They are just as bad as the authorities. Or the dark forces. Or the financial system. Down with the dark forces! Let them all perish in an endless inferno.
Oh.
Just look at her face. Typical. We're probably too extreme for her, and we are. Just like Riot Girl. Riot Girl rules! Shing! Shing! Don't you dare tell me you've never seen a Riot Girl anime or read a Riot Girl manga. Right. Ugh. That's what I thought. Because the Riot Girl is totally shiny. Down with the dark forces. And Riot Girl is totally fighting against society more than anything. That's why we're also totally fighting against society. Because Riot Girl is totally cool. That's why we have to destroy society. You can help us if you want. Down with the dark forces!
Bien sûr que je peux vous aider. Je crois que j'ai quelque chose de parfait pour combattre les forces du mal. Tenez. Un détonateur.
What have you got now? I hope it's a weapon for the battle against...
Bah oui.
But that's a real detonator, and it's live! You have to defuse it, Suka! Hurry! But with what? With the power of love! What? Are you... Wait! I know! Phew, that was close. We'll snitch to Mother Superior. Exactly. This time you really went too far, Lillie. What on earth are you thinking? You're even crazier than I thought. Totally un-gumbo. Don't just
Elle
stand
aussi?
there. Get that bomb away from us. Take it somewhere where it can't do any damage. A bomb-proof place, a fireproof drum, or something like that?
Ah, cette fois, je pense que je vais pouvoir le mettre dans le... Cette fois, je pense que je vais pouvoir le mettre dedans parce qu'elle est désamorcée. Ah, avec épingle à cheveux.
It was the perfect place to get rid of the detonator.
What's that? Well, what do you have there?
Lillie could finally use the hairpin.
Does it have to blink like that?
Lillie closed the door again to keep Memphis's hiding place safe.
Lillie?
Something seemed to be wrong with Lillie's ears today. She kept hearing all these sounds. The stove was black and empty, just like the mirror that always appeared in Lillie's dreams.
Ok, les lutins, on peut toujours pas les regarder.
Lillie got it. That's why she knew Doris would start throwing knives.
Elle a pas ses couteaux. Donc du coup, maintenant, on a l'épingle à cheveux.
Was Lillie finally now also Gumbo?
Je pense que ça va nous permettre de dévisser les masques.
Perfect. The hairpin fit exactly into the holes.
J'ai rien de plus à faire ici, non, c'est pas là. C'était où le vieux là? Ah, c'était là, merde. Putain. Ça fait même pas 10 minutes que j'y suis allé, j'ai déjà oublié quoi.
Hmm? Do we...
Uh-huh.
Les Templiers.
Hmm? What? Oh, I must have dropped off for a moment. But I was just going to tell you an exciting story from my past. Was it the story of how I tried to navigate to Cape Town and ended up discovering the Eurasian continent? Oh, I know. I wanted to tell you how I helped the Templar Knights build the convent chapel, right?
Uh-huh.
I was particularly happy because I had eaten a banana. Or was I sad because all there was to eat was coconuts again? No, the coconuts were when the Trojan mayor gave me the key to the city for my heroic valor. Or was my heroic valor while building dikes in Atlantis? But I think I had an apple that day. Wasn't I a little more sleepy in Atlantis? And angry while building the chapel? Oh, what poppycock. I'm getting everything mixed up. Fortunately, I created a memory aid just for this anecdote, so that I'd remember the location of the secret crypts below the convent chapel. Uh-oh, someone tidied up the shelf. That's where the objects for my 3 E's should be. Emotion, engagement, and eating. Now I can't...
Pas énergie.
Can't make a
C'est
fool of
manger en
myself.
fait.
Now, let's see. I know exactly what you're looking for. An instructive story of unfortunate if I but right for. As everyone knows, each different food, for example, I was never sad if I'd packed a few apples, because they all...
Alors, comme nous le savons, la nourriture a généré des émotions et aide à développer un trait. Alors, c'est ça le. Remplissez d'alors en utilisant les 3 premiers indices. Par exemple, avec des pommes, je n'ai jamais été triste parce qu'elles me fournissaient une force. Donc, pomme. Voilà. La pomme fournissait de l'énergie. Une grande force. Donc, la force, c'est l'ours. Donc pour la joie, c'est l'ours. Je ne pouvais accomplir des actes héroïques que les jours où je n'étais pas triste. Donc à mon avis, pour les actes héroïques, c'était la colère, parce que la tristesse... Et quand je ressentais de la colère, je n'ai jamais été capable de faire preuve d'une grande force. Donc voilà, colère, pas ours. La noix de coco ont toujours été fiables pour me procurer de la somnolence. Alors noix de coco, ça doit aller avec... Voilà. Du coup, ici par élimination, c'est le porc-épic. Et la noix de coco, c'était toujours quand il y avait de la somnolence. Mais si la tristesse, c'est le truc, donc c'est aussi la noix de coco. La colère, c'est la banane. Et le porc-épic. Et pour la banane, c'est le cerf. Non? C'est pas bon? Pour me protéger de la somme. D'accord. Donc la banane. Non. Donc la banane, c'est le porc-épic. La banane, c'est le porc-épic. La tristesse, c'est le porc-épic. Ah. Donc la noix. Alors. Du coup. Mais oui, mais putain, mais je l'ai fait ça, non? Ah d'accord, c'est parce que c'était noix de coco, mais putain, mais. Je m'étais pas trop. Attendez, est-ce que j'ai vraiment mis banane truc? Non mais j'avais bon là. On est d'accord, selon mes logiques, j'avais bon. Bon, c'est pas grave, j'ai passé, mais voilà. Donc attendez, il me faut prendre des notes. J'ai mon crayon qui est là. Mais il me faut une surface pour écrire. C'est quoi ça? C'est bon. Le jour où j'ai aidé les Templiers, je n'étais ni heureux au sujet d'une pomme. Donc. La pomme, c'est pas ça. Ni furieux au sujet d'une banane. Donc c'est la noix de coco. Pourtant, je n'étais pas triste non plus au sujet d'une banane, ni heureux au sujet d'une noix de coco. Donc, il était à la fois en colère. Donc la colère. Je n'étais ni heureux au sujet d'une pomme, ni furieux au sujet d'une banane. Pourtant, je n'étais pas triste. En même temps, la tristesse... Ni heureux au sujet d'une noix de coco. Donc, pour les Templiers, ce qu'il nous faut, c'est le masque. De la colère, la noix de coco. Et le cerf. Alors le premier, ça doit être l'émotion. Le deuxième. Hein, et le troisième. On va voir si c'est ça.
Hmm? What? Do we know? Wait. Wasn't I just about to tell you something? Fortunately, I created a memory aid just for this anecdote. Ah, exactly. Now I remember. On that day, I was particularly angry. We had just laid the stone slabs in the chapel when the Templar Knights returned from a secret meeting. They examined my work and praised me for doing a heroic job. Then they gave me a coconut. It was one of the greatest days of my life. Here, I even still have the book in which I wrote everything down,
Mais tu peux pas le dire plus tôt, du con.
including the meaning of the secret Templar symbols on the stone slabs. And now please leave me alone. All this reminds me too much of how I once helped a little girl uncover the mystery of the secret crypt below the chapel. One day I really have to tell you that story.
Vieux livre. Allez, descendons à la chapelle. Ah, il y a une planche là. Je l'avais pas vue.
What's the matter now?
My goodness!
That does look very interesting.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. At least those are the same symbols as on the stone slabs, but the pattern is full of gaps. I'm a pro when it comes to riddles. That's why all I need is a single glance to be able to declare without a doubt that, yes, this is a riddle. But the solutions page seems to be missing. This book is useless to me like that. Unless, of course, you have the solution.
Alors, quand le nef était sur le point d'être terminé, frère Brodo se rendit soudain compte qu'il devait positionner les armoiries des 4 ordres de façon à ce que les mêmes symboles ne se retrouvent pas dans la même rangée, colonne en 4 ans. Ensuite, seule la position. Donc, c'est un sudoku, quoi. Alors, c'est un sudoku. Alors, l'ordre du serpent insista sur le fait que ces armoiries se trouvaient quelque part au-dessus de l'entrée secrète. Cela mit en colère l'ordre de la chouette en bois et une unité placée son blason directement sous la dalle de pierre. Mais la fin de la demande de l'ours, de l'angle de serpent fut satisfaite. Donc il faut jamais que ça ce soit en dessous de ça. Ok, du coup ici je dirais que c'est le lion. Et donc ici c'est un lion. Ici du coup c'est la chouette. Là. Non. Du coup là. Non, ça ne peut pas être ça. Malgré de grandes précautions, l'ordre du cochon au trèfle et de la clé eut son blason à la droite de la crypte. De plus, il fut...
Yes! Yes!
Voilà.
That has to be it! I have solved the mystery! Thanks for holding the book all this time. You're blocking the way. May I?
As soon as Frank stopped drilling, Lillie was finally able to draw Garrett out of his shell. Lillie crouched inside the confession booth and waited. All was quiet in the chapel, except for Frank, who could barely contain his excitement.
Wow! If these bones aren't evidence of a church conspiracy, I'll eat Tom Hanks's double chin. And what's that? Hey, this just keeps going. Let me just drill through this stone slab and... But that's a sword! A real Templar sword! It's incredible! Man, it sure is wedged in tightly. I hope that isn't a load-bearing strut beam.
The impact echoed through the entire church. Lillie was tempted to look, but then she heard approaching steps.
It's so blissfully quiet. I can finally take up my listening post again. Hey, what's going on? Is that you, Lily? Do you think that's funny? Let me out, now!
Lillie felt uncomfortable about it. Locking someone into a confession booth was probably not appropriate for a well-behaved girl. On the other hand, she was doing Edna a big favor. She could hardly wait to tell her best friend all about it.
So, Garrett is out of the picture.
Oui.
Very good. But I'm still in danger. Before I can leave the convent, you have to help me cover my tracks. The doctor can't find out that I was ever here. Could you do that for me?
Uh-huh.
Great. Let's see. First, you have to get rid of the balloon that I left in the main hall. It even has my portrait on it. The doctor would recognize me immediately. I also played with firecrackers down by the school clock. Let's just say it was part of a weather experiment, and I would have succeeded if I'd had a real DeLorean. You can't imagine how hard it is to get a lawnmower up to 80 miles per hour. And of course, you have to remove the inscription on the swing tree. It hurts me just as much as you, but I could hardly leave the doctor better evidence that I was here than that. Do you think you can handle all that?
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Lily. You're the best.
Lily's embroideries were useless. Mother Superior.
Oh, attends, où est-ce qu'il y a un crochet? Je vais te parler plus tard, mais... C'est quoi ça? Il y a un fucking clown. Non, merde, c'est pas là. Ici. Sur le crochet.
The hook was...
Ou alors là. Bon, je sais pas ce que ça doit faire, mais je l'ai mis. Voilà. C'est genre, mais tu ne devais pas faire ça avant des heures. Écoutez, il y avait un crochet qui disait, je ne sais pas à quoi sert ce crochet. Donc moi, alors Shy.
Oh. Hello, Lily. I was just thinking of Riot Girl. Riot Girl is totally cool because Riot Girl wears Shibuya clothes. Don't you think that's totally fascinating? Suka also thinks that Riot Girl is totally cool. And Suka likes Shibuya too. Shibuya is totally cool. Don't you think so too? Yeah, it certainly makes you think. I think way too much about things like that. My brain is getting all fuzzy. But Riot Girl is cool, right?
Ok, on dirait que tu es complètement perdu dans tes pensées. Il y a un clown en bas. Qui a l'air dépressif. Ça va, Pennywise?
You...
No. Another one of them. Get lost. I'm not in the mood for jokes today. You're probably wondering what I'm doing here, right? My name is Ernest. Funny Ernest. Ha! And I applied as a child therapist here. But no, Mother Superior had already found someone else. That Dr. Marcel. A nuthouse shrink. Can you believe it? I wouldn't let that guy anywhere near my kids, even if I knew where they were. That's what I get for retraining as a psychologist. Laughter is the best therapy. Great idea.
Oh, c'est
I've
Dr.
been waiting
Patch.
for a gig for months. I should have stayed a plumber.
Tiens, en parlant de plombier, t'as pas des outils pour moi?
What? You don't like the mood I'm in? You want me to show you a few tricks now or what? I feel terrible. Because my therapy concept flopped. Laughter is the best therapy. Great idea. Now, What?
No.
You want to see? I knew I should. Okay. I'll make you a cute balloon animal, and you leave.
Uh-huh.
All right? What's it gonna be?
Ew.
A wrench? Why not? I know all about wrenches. A hypercube? I don't do them anymore. They always make me dislocate my shoulder.
Yay!
The human genome? Very funny. It hasn't even been decrypted yet. Okay, a pterodactyl then. Always the same thing. But it's only one... A red... Well...
Ok, donc ça doit être ça le truc.
I used to be a plumber. What's so hard to... Just don't ask me about Dr. Marcel. I wouldn't let that guy anywhere near my kids. He's a bitter... He's known everywhere for hating children. Ever since a little girl shoved him down the stairs.
C'est ce que je disais, je croyais que ça l'avait tué.
That old twit.
Je croyais que ça l'aurait tué, mais non, en fait, il est vivant.
Why are you staring at my cigarettes like that? They're not for sensitive children like you. Got it?
Ok. Je suis presque sûr que ça va m'aider à récupérer le ballon de Edna. Mais bon, je suis pas sûr que ça marche avec un ballon. À moins que le mec ait des putains de doigts en or.
What Lillie now did was actually void of all logic, and she could already hear uproar of the online reviewer, but she did it anyway. The online reviewers sounded a bit hoarse today. Maybe they shouldn't smoke so much.
Oh, comme c'est gentil de leur part. J'adore le ballon qui a exactement la tête d'Edna.
The clown had just left his cigarettes here. He must have been in a great hurry. Done. Now only 2 pieces of evidence were left to completely erase Edna's tracks.
What do you have there? Cigarettes? No thanks. You can keep those. Of course I smoke. I'm a real rebel, remember? But only when I'm nervous. And since my nerves are like steel, it's just a hypothetical situation. Which is actually much tougher than a regular smoker.
Lillie liked static electricity. It reminded her of the feeling she got when she thought of her parents. Shawnee didn't seem to be interested. Lillie had to find some other way.
Qu'est-ce que j'ai dans mon inventaire? Des billes, de la belladone, un bocal d'alcool. Un bocal d'alcool? Ça peut marcher.
Shawnee didn't see Lillie. The good old Lillie.
On a une épée ici qu'on va prendre. C'est tout, hein. Ouais, donc du coup ici il n'y a plus rien à faire. Tiens, je me demande si en donnant l'épée à la truc.
What's going on? Why are you showing me that? That shouldn't be in my cap just like you. So get out! I need some...
Je pensais que tu voulais un couteau.
Psst, I really have to... Do you like me?
Uh-huh.
Thank goodness. I wasn't really sure, because there's something on my mind. It's about my feelings, and I'd like to ask you a really huge favor. Would you do something for me?
Uh-huh.
Really? Wow, I'm so excited. Okay, calm down, Capu. So, would you give this letter to Shy?
Uh-huh.
I really have to meet... So, could you... Man, you're really the best.
Oh, what fabulous thing do you have there? Is it for me by any chance?
Oui.
Lillie hesitated. Certainly not because she begrudged Shy her meeting with Capu. No. She was worried. Who knew what sort of things could be in the envelope? A snake? A scorpion? the anthrax virus. In the end, she decided to give Shy the letter, after all.
Uh-huh. Wow! It's from Kapu! A date? Oh, how exciting! I have to put on more glitter.
Apparently, the letter didn't contain the anthrax virus. Thank goodness.
Alors, est-ce que Capou, tu vas me laisser passer? Ouais, là, ce qu'il me faudrait, c'est un...
It wouldn't take much to make the gargoyle completely lose its balance. But Lillie didn't even have that on her.
Ok, je peux pas le faire. Il me faudrait le briquet de l'autre.
Apparently, Birgit had set down her work, but she had completed the banner with the puma motif. Too bad that Lillie couldn't congratulate her on the good job she'd done anymore.
Beaucoup de morts dans cet épisode, je trouve.
Ah, that's what I call an outstanding motif. Effective and controlled. A symbol of complete self-control. Just like the directors of this convent. This will impress the doctor. Come along, Lillie. Birgit has earned another award. Her diligence and reliability will be rewarded with a celebration.
Uh-oh.
Lillie almost jumped in the air with excitement. There hadn't been a celebration in the convent for a very long time. Mother Superior had already begun the ceremony when Lillie entered the classroom. It was a lovely celebration. The only odd thing was that Birgit was nowhere to be seen.
And I hereby award you a Golden Girl Scouts badge on a ribbon. Your embroidering skills and excellent sense of duty are a superb example to your fellow students. You, Birgit, are a textbook example of how strict and systematic guidance can result in great achievements. Ah, Lillie, follow the example of your fellow student and do some cleaning. If only all children were as conscientious as Birgit.
The celebration was very short, but Lillie enjoyed it anyway. This was probably the best day of her life. Lillie thought that the Girl Scouts badge was much too precious to leave lying about like that. She put it in her pocket just to be safe.
Le gâteau, je peux le prendre?
The cake was meant for Birgit and no one else. Lillie didn't even deserve to lick the pastry shell.
Laissons-les tranquilles célébrer. Alors on va prendre la médaille et la poser sur le coffre de scout pour
Hey, don't touch it. That's my old Boy Scout equipment. No.
Alors?
But that's the Golden Girl Scouts badge on a ribbon. I had no idea. I was a Boy Scout. Well, knock me over with my things over there. Because among Scouts, there's no such thing as
Ok. Je prends. Couteau de scout. Je peux même pas regarder ce qu'il y a dedans. Et le mousquet. Il n'y a rien d'autre que je peux prendre? Non, parce que tout ça c'est déjà... Voilà. Je pense qu'avec le couteau je vais pouvoir faire disparaître l'inscription. Sur l'arbre. Ah bah tiens, Souka.
Suka didn't seem to notice Lillie, Lillie didn't hold it against her. She didn't need Suka's attention, so why should she long for Suka to fall off the swing and break all her bones? There was no reason at all to have thoughts such as these. Lillie didn't have the slightest clue how she was supposed to get the inscription off the tree. Lillie didn't.
En y foutant le feu peut-être, mais pour l'instant j'ai rien pour... Peut-être en allant dire à Edna que c'est bon.
And? What a great story! As long as my firecrackers is still hanging from the school, you have to get up. What? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just so anxious. Until the inscription on the tree is gone, I'm sure, Dr. Marcel, that how can we... Now that you've driven off the termites, working the tree wood will be hard. I took a knife from the cafeteria once, and even that barely left a scratch on the bark. I wonder what Doris uses to cut the pumpernickel in the mornings. She must have some other tools.
Ok, donc... Je vais... Tiens, si je donnais le ballon direct.
You can show me your fantastic things later. First, you should concentrate on your task until you've...
Edna was... Billy decided not to come back until she had removed...
Ok. Donc ce qu'on va faire, c'est que je vais sauvegarder ici, en attendant. Je sais pas depuis combien de temps on joue. Ah bah presque 1 heure. Bon, c'est pas grave. N'hésitez pas à vous abonner, à mettre un j'aime, à commenter cette vidéo et à la partager. Je vous dis à la prochaine sur DarkOtaku Gaming. C'était Devil, à plus.